So, we're back in. Another video, another day. I decided to put this video together today because I was actually at a shooting range tonight, and I was shooting, and there were some other people there shooting. I noticed their skills, their grip, their stance, everything was just off. So, I wanted to make a video and say how you properly shoot a handgun with your grip and everything else. I will not be shooting again in this video, so if that's what you're looking for, better scroll on by. So I'll go ahead and just get to it. This right here is my Glock, that's it. This is my Glock 17 Gen 4, magazine is empty, and the chamber is clear, just so we can all see that. So when you go ahead and grip a gun, I'm going to get over here from this angle for it. Your hand should always go like this. If you're not shooting, your finger stays off the trigger, obviously. Safe fundamentals, guys. Let's be smart and use some common sense. So it goes up and around, and then it goes down. So this, you leave your right thumb up. If you're right-handed, this is how you do it. And then if you're not, it's just backwards to how I'm doing this now. So you just take this thumb, you put it up, and you put this other hand like this. It goes over your other fingers. Let's keep that in mind. So it goes over your other fingers, and then right in here, there's this part of your lower part of your frame right here. That is where your left thumb should be planted, just like this. And then you don't leave this thumb up here, like up against the slide, because this when the slide racks, all this right here, the slide and all that is gonna like scratch the hell out of your hand. So you put your hand in there, you get a good tight squeeze, and you put pressure to it. When you put pressure to it, it helps keep like with the whole which way the gun's facing. It keeps it straight and not the way you're facing. So you put your hand there, fingers above fingers. Your 4 fingers go above your 3 fingers, because this finger is a trigger finger. And if you're not on the trigger, it's on the slide. Not slide, but your lower receiver. So it goes over. That thumb goes up against the wall, just like this. Okay. Now there's a lot of ways people go ahead and do some shooting and stuff like that. Like I've seen guys leave that thumb way up where it's like up like that, and then I've seen guys tuck it down on top of their other thumb. I personally tuck it on the other thumb just like this. So let's get into it now. I see there's a lot of people at ranges. I see a lot of this. When they go to shoot, they're like all their feet are about a foot apart and they're within their shoulder lengths, which that's a very common thing. I mean, I used to do it too. And they kind of put a little stance into it, like just they bend their knees ever so slightly. But that's from the 90s. Because they do this, but then they do this. They extend this elbow out, like just slightly, just like that. Here's the thing with that. When the gun goes off, all that power from the gun, it goes right up in here through your arm. And then if you're not big enough or something like that, it goes up into your biceps. Which it should only go to here. Like I don't have a very big arm, but it stops about right here. So when you shoot, your grip, just like I showed you, goes like that, okay? And then extend both arms out. Don't lock it, but you want to have pressure on your wrist, and you want to have just enough where you roll your wrist forward, not to where your gun goes down, because that's rolling, that's over rolling, I guess you'd say. But you go forward, and then you hold it like this, and then your trigger finger has enough room in there, you can get in there. And another thing, on your trigger finger, when you're putting your finger on the trigger, the center of your fingerprint is what goes on the trigger, in the middle of that trigger. Okay? So, you put your finger, hang on a second, let me get a dime or a coin. Alright, I'm back. So here I have a quarter right here. Yeah, so go ahead and show you. Put a quarter up here on your slide. This is for anticipating recoil, so people get past that. Alright, so you put it on your slide, and then you put the gun all the way forward. Whoops, let it be centered up though. All the way forward, and then you don't just jerk that trigger. That's not how you do it, because then when you jerk it, you just push the gun down, push the gun down. So when you put it all the way forward, you just squeeze the trigger. And if you notice, that quarter did not leave my slide. Still there. So, put it on there again. We'll do this again. And perfect, just like that. So, one thing about this though is put this in my pocket, other crap in that other pocket. All right, and then your footwork. I'm gonna like see if I can adjust this camera just ever so slightly. Well, maybe, I don't know. But your footwork, well, I'll put this up here. So, your footwork. Okay, a lot of people question the footwork. Yeah, you can see my feet. Check out my black socks, guys. So the old thing was putting your feet like this, and that's how you shoot, and then you put a little bit of bend in your knees. That's retarded. That's not what you do. If you're right-handed, you're going to be leaning into it just ever so slightly. So what you're going to do, because this is for mobility purposes, by the way, guys, mobility. You'll be able to move and shoot. So your left foot like there, and then you put your right foot just back far enough to where your left foot ends, to the heel of your foot goes, and your right foot goes over to where but the tip of your toes. You know, it's a line, and then you lean forward. What that does is during your recoil and all that, it takes that and it pushes that forward. So when you go through, it's bang, 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 and then you're not really leaning forward, but you're leaning into the gun, and then your shoulders, everything just gesture all together. But that is it. That is how you properly grip a firearm to shoot. So if you like the video, you want to see some more awesome stuff, guys, let me know. And yeah, it's really all there is to it, though. It's simple, it's easy. You just do that, man. Because I'm so sick and tired of going to ranges and seeing people doing all this wrong stuff. It's just this little feet at side, like the whole foot apart and everything else with lining up your shoulders, and it's going through, and then this chicken wing looking shit is just wrong. It's just like this, arm extended out. Think of it as if you're wearing body armor, and this will just protect you anyhow. Extend it out, and then click. That's how simple it is, and that's how easy it is. So, but that is how you properly grip and shoot a firearm, well, a pistol anyhow. So, if you like the video, you want to see more, or something like that. Later on, I'll do shooting, the actual shooting portion of it. But yeah, guys. So if you like it, you want to see more, and all that stuff, go ahead and like my video, share it, subscribe to my channel. That helps me and lets people know they're actually into my shit. And oh, be sure to follow me on Instagram. It's LG5150 official, and on there you can kind of see what I do. You probably see more content on Instagram than you will YouTube. But yeah, so just do that and hit that little bell icon and all that after you subscribe, and it gives you notifications whenever I post new videos. So until next time, guys, toodles.